Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin bubble news channel. Test. That way, other bankers will see it, and I might not commit theft this week after all. Bitcoin bull for a long time. You can see Maxi Keyser and Russell Brand talking about the state of banks and fraud that happens in them in this movie. In this conversation, which happened about 10 years ago, Max gave Russell Brand 1,000 Bitcoins after the movie was made. Did Russell keep them? No, he lost them forever. You could say Russell Brand is wealthy. He doesn't need 1,000 Bitcoins after all. There are a few sources that say Russell Brand is worth $20 million. $20 million. This isn't one-to-one because they can't know how much each person is worth. Russell Brand does have some money though. Just double it and say he's worth $40 million to $50 million. Let's quickly use our tool here. 1,000 Bitcoins times the current price, which is around 61,000 Bitcoins at this time. We've already reached 73, but let's stick with the price we have now. It's going to cost $61 million. That means that even if Russell Brand is worth $60 million, $100 million would be 100% increasing his net worth by 60%, or doubling it, was a huge mistake that cost him a lot of money. What's going on, crypto crew? Thanks for having me, Sean. Taking a look at the Bitcoin price chart, we can start right away. People are asking for a Bitcoin top. They say, this is some kind of triple top pattern. We could go all the way back to a bear market, and the bear would still be there. Why don't we write prescriptions with this? Because LMACD looks at it. Come up and hit us several times in the head. We still need to get back up to that purple line, which we will do in due course. We'll show you more about that in the video, but first we need to look at the total 3 divided by Bitcoin. We need to see what happens because we were last below this white line. This large-scale support was in July and August 2018. There was a bounce off of it, and prices went up above this 20-day moving average. But then it was turned down and sent back to the floor. Will Bitcoin take off and produce a similar ride to the top that doesn't hold? In order to repeat what happened before, will this be the bottom for all it's more? We go up on stairs, or is the bottom in it and this goes all the way around? We'll have to wait and see, but we're looking at microplan. It looks like a big move is possible now. This triangle is symmetrical, which means it is certainly a bullish pattern. This is what we say because if you look at this pattern, you'll see that we enter it with a positive bias and set up the base here. Come up and set the resistance level. This was a fake out. Then come back down and trade normally in this pattern. After being pushed all the way to this peak in August of this year, we might finally break above it. What is the technical goal then? We only need to measure from the barrier down to the base and then pull it up to the breakout target. For this micro strategy, the breakout target would be between $42 and $4,400, which is about $4,300. Like that, this could go. If you're bullish on the micro strategy, you should be bullish on Bitcoin in the short to medium term. How much do you think the micro strategy would cost? Bitcoin was worth $200,000. You have to think that only $7 billion worth of micro strategy shares are being shorted. When Bitcoin moves, micro strategy tends to move 2 times, with a short squeeze of maybe 3 or 4 times. This means that MicroStrategy could be a huge play against Bitcoin's value going up, and someone has a calculator right here that would show that using an 8x multiple would bring the MicroStrategy price up to $20,000. That's an 8x short squeeze with a lot of press to sell short at certain levels. Could this be what MicroStrategy has in store? Almost certainly another business that is using Bitcoin SMLR, similar science. Take a look at how this rolling bottom is playing out right now. All of this is a great time to buy. If Bitcoin just goes back up to the old highs around $158 during the rips, the price will go up. This recording is happening right now. About 350% or $4, but if this is a huge rounding bottom and this is some kind of technical goal from breaking through this resistance to the base, check out a tentacle goal that goes all the way up to over $1,000 at $1,361. I'm not saying this is a sure thing, because it all depends on what Bitcoin does. However, you might want to take advantage of the chance if you had some extra cash to spend. Try it on the stock and see what happens. Not a bad chance, then, to get news from titans of crypto. In this picture, he shows the white cough reaccumulation pattern phase A, B, C. As you can see from this chart, we're now in phase C, as shown by the price movement. We go back up to the resistance level in the $70,000 to $70,000 range and flirt with it again. Let's finally break out of it, and then the price will keep going up to set new all-time highs. As proof, let's look at the last cycle. There were positive retests, and when these EMAs crossed, the blue one went over the red one, which means there were deviations. This happened before the Bitcoin halving, which is why this happened. Some people say the halving is still in play, which means it still shakes the system. This definitely makes the Bitcoin price go up. If you look at our variations though, you'll see that we have the bullish cross again. Then retest, retest, repeat, retest, 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 re. Are we going to keep seeing those retests while we stop taking small steps to get to this cycle from Cantonese cat? This is the chart for the last 6 months. It will be interesting to see what the next 12 months bring. When you look at Bitcoin, you can see that it has 1, 2, 3 channels, then the next 1, 2 channels. For sure it turns positive, so right now the 6-month candle will end in 4 days from now. We are in the 3rd channel. Then the next 2 candles go up in a very steep parabola shape. In the coming 12 months, there will be a lot of optimism. We hope you're ready. Last but not least, here is a chart from Tech Death that shows how long it took from the 2013 peak to when we broke the old all-time high. After that, we quickly peered out and now look at where we are. 2021 peak to where we are now is 1,176 days, and the RSI price action has been the same up to this short correction. We're shaking things up. Before the blast off, people are getting scared and calling for tops. This bear market repeat is the last shakeout, which was like the 2016 cycle, and then we get up here. That is where the sells are, and that is the peak of the Bitcoin bubble I'm showing you. If you like this video, please click the like button, and if you ever decide to join, please show us some love. We really appreciate it. Today is a good day for you, and I'm leaving.